whispers from the cradle of civilization. Long before the pyramids rose, before Babylon echoed with the chants of priests, and before the first verses of Genesis were ever written, there was Sumer, an ancient land nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, in what we now call Iraq. To the modern world, Sumer is often just a footnote in history, but to those who dig deeper, it is something far greater, something otherworldly. Carved into the clay tablets of Sumerian libraries, buried beneath centuries of dust and silence, is a name that has haunted the minds of researchers, truth seekers, and conspiracy theorists alike: the Anunnaki. But who, or what, were they? The Sumerians described them not as myths, but as real beings, powerful, glorious, descended from the heavens. The very word Anunnaki means those who from the heavens came to earth. According to the tablets, the Anunnaki didn't just observe humanity. They created it. Yes, you heard that right. The story goes that the gods came down to earth in search of resources. Chief among them, gold. Not for currency, but for sustaining their own planet's atmosphere. A concept that eerily mirrors modern geoengineering. But mining is hard, even for gods. So they devised a solution. Take the native species, primitive hominids, and modify them, genetically, splicing their own essence with that of early man. The result? A new being, capable of thought, labor, and worship. A new species was born, Homo sapiens, United States, and just like that, humans were no longer children of evolution, but a creation of celestial engineers. But how did ancient humans know about genetic manipulation thousands of years before science discovered DNA? In the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation epic derived from Sumerian myths, it is said that gods created man from clay mixed with the blood of a god. Symbolic? Maybe. But to those who believe in ancient astronaut theory, it's a poetic way to describe genetic engineering. Some theorists even point to Sumerian depictions of the tree of life, spiraling forms that resemble the double helix of DNA. Coincidence? Or a message left by those who shaped us? If this is true, what else have we forgotten? Across Mesopotamia, the stories are consistent. The sky gods came, ruled, and then vanished. Some returned to the stars. Others, it is said, were cast down. Their names echoed through later cultures, as the gods of Egypt, the titans of Greece, and even the fallen angels of Abrahamic lore. From Enki, the wise geneticist and protector of humans, to Enlil, the angry overlord who tried to destroy mankind with a flood. Their rivalries shaped humanity's destiny. And yes, you heard that right. A flood. A global cataclysm. The same flood mentioned in the story of Noah in the Epic of Gilgamesh, and in over 200 flood myths from every corner of the earth, all pointing to something real, something that happened, and something that someone or something might have survived. So who were the Anunnaki? Really? Were they ancient astronauts who came to Earth and played God? Or were they divine rulers, remembered in myth, but lost in history? And most importantly, did they ever leave? Enki, Enlil, and the divine divide. To understand the Anunnaki, we must look closely at their leaders, two powerful figures locked in eternal opposition, Enki and Enlil. Enki, the god of wisdom, water, and creation, the scientist, the rebel. He was said to be the one who loved humanity, who saw value in the beings he helped bring to life. According to ancient texts, it was Enki who gave humans knowledge, perhaps too much knowledge. On the other side stood Enlil, the commander, stern, powerful, and wrathful. He ruled with an iron will and saw humans as tools, laborers created to serve the gods. To Enlil, mankind was a mistake that grew out of control. Their conflict was more than myth. It was a blueprint for something deeper, a celestial battle between freedom and control, evolution and obedience. When humanity began to multiply, Enlil grew angry. He believed the human population was too large, too noisy, too dangerous, and so he planned to wipe them out. The method, a flood, a massive world-ending deluge. But Enki intervened. In the Akkadian version of the tale, which predates the biblical story of Noah, Enki warned a man named Atrahasis. He instructed him to build a massive boat, take animals aboard, and prepare for survival. Sound familiar? The story of a flood, a chosen survivor, and a divine warning didn't originate in the Bible. It came from Sumer. But this isn't just about ancient stories. What if these tales aren't symbolic at all, but distorted memories of real events? Was there truly a global flood? Evidence from geology, ancient maps, and even ice core samples suggests that something catastrophic did happen thousands of years ago. Perhaps it was the melting of glaciers at the end of the last ice age. Perhaps it was a comet. Or perhaps it was deliberate. After the flood, the Anunnaki reportedly reshaped humanity again. They established kingship, taught mankind agriculture, astronomy, and the foundation of civilization itself. The Sumerian king list even describes rulers who reigned for thousands of years, not days, not decades, but millennia. Could these have been divine beings, or remnants of a hybrid bloodline? The story doesn't stop in Sumer. The Anunnaki mythos echoes in Egypt with the Neteru, in India with the Devas and Asuras, and in Mesoamerica with the sky gods who descended in flaming chariots. In each of these cultures there are common patterns. Beings from the sky, advanced knowledge, genetic tampering, floods, and the promise to return. The question then becomes, if these beings left, where did they go? And are they watching us even now? Some believe the Anunnaki never truly left Earth, that they simply moved underground or retreated to another dimension. Others say their return has already begun through technological guidance, encoded messages, or even infiltration through bloodlines. This leads us to a more controversial theory. One that's been whispered about in secret societies, written between the lines of ancient prophecies and hinted at in modern science. The theory that some among us, the elite, the powerful, are not entirely human, that they carry within them the blood of the gods. The concept of divine right to rule may not be metaphorical. From Egyptian pharaohs to medieval kings, many rulers claimed descent from the gods. But what if that claim was literal? And what if that ancient lineage continues today, hidden in plain sight? These aren't just questions of myth. They challenge the very foundation of human history, of who we are, where we came from, and what forces still shape our destiny. So as we uncover more tablets, decode more texts, and stare deeper into the stars, we must ask ourselves, did we create our gods, or did our gods create us? Hidden clues and forbidden knowledge. As we move deeper into the mystery of the Anunnaki, we begin to uncover something even more unsettling: the idea that knowledge was never meant to be free. Throughout history, sacred wisdom has been hidden, encrypted, or forbidden. From the Library of Alexandria to secret chambers beneath the pyramids, ancient knowledge has been lost, destroyed, or sealed away from the public. But why? The Sumerians weren't just storytellers. They were scientists, mathematicians, and astronomers. Their knowledge of the stars was centuries ahead of their time. They charted planets we only rediscovered in modern times, including Nibiru, a mysterious celestial body linked to the Anunnaki. Nibiru, often called Planet X, is said to have an elongated orbit, bringing it close to Earth once every 3,600 years. Some believe this is the home world of the Anunnaki, a massive planet with its own environment possibly inhabited to this day. If true, it would explain the sudden appearance of advanced knowledge in Sumer and the legends of gods who descended from the sky. But here's the twist. Nibiru's return is prophesied, and with it, the return of the Anunnaki. Are they already on their way back? Modern theorists suggest that contact is already happening through dreams, genetic memory, or encrypted communication. Even more daring theories claim that advanced alien civilizations, like the Anunnaki, have left technological blueprints buried in our Earth, waiting for us to evolve enough to find them. The megalithic ruins scattered across the globe, from Göbekli Tepe to Baalbek to Pumapunku, seem to defy conventional explanation. Stones weighing hundreds of tons, perfectly carved and positioned without modern tools. Were these sites built by early humans, or by their creators? Some researchers believe the Anunnaki left behind energy centers, portals, and artifacts charged with knowledge, and they claim these sites align with celestial constellations, forming a grid, an ancient power network meant to be reactivated. It sounds like science fiction, and yet, ancient cultures across the globe, with no known contact, tell the same stories. Sky gods, flying ships, beings who walked like men but lived like gods. And then there's the issue of control. If humans were created by the Anunnaki to serve, are we still serving them today? This theory suggests that control didn't vanish with time. It evolved, from physical slavery to mental enslavement, through religion, media, and systems of power that keep the masses unaware of their origins. The forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, could that have been knowledge itself? A warning not from a god, but from a creator species who feared what we might become. And what about the Watchers? In the book of Enoch, these were fallen angels who descended to earth, took human wives, and gave forbidden knowledge to mankind. The result? Hybrid offspring, the Nephilim. Many believe the Watchers were the Anunnaki, and the Nephilim were the result of their genetic experiments. Giants, beings of immense power, destroyed by the flood, but perhaps not all of them. Some traditions say remnants survived, hidden deep within the earth or even interbreeding with humans, creating elite bloodlines that continue to rule behind the scenes. It's a chilling thought that the very same beings who created us may have never left, that they may walk among us, not in alien form, but in the suits, crowns, and cloaks of those who lead nations, run empires, and shape the world. They don't need spaceships anymore. They have power. They have control. And they have our silence. But what happens when that silence breaks? What happens when we remember who we are and where we came from? The return and the truth we must face. As we draw closer to the end of our journey through the mysteries of the Anunnaki, we must face one final question. What does the future hold? The idea that the Anunnaki may return or never have truly left, is a topic that elicits both fascination and fear. For some, it's an exciting prospect, filled with the possibility of ancient knowledge being reawakened. For others, it's a terrifying thought that the same beings who once played with our genetics may still be pulling the strings of our world. What if we're not just the creation of the Anunnaki, but the vessel for their ultimate plan? Ancient texts suggest that humanity's purpose was never to be simply workers or servants. No, there's a deeper meaning to our existence. Some believe that we are part of a grand experiment, a test designed by the Anunnaki to see if we could one day reach the stars and join them. In their absence, humanity has risen. We've made incredible strides, from the dawn of civilization to landing on the moon. But in all our progress, are we truly ready for what lies ahead? For the return of the Anunnaki? Could the secrets of the ancient world, the ones hidden in plain sight, be the keys to unlocking a new era? Or is humanity simply repeating the cycle, destined to be controlled once more by the very beings that shaped us? The truth, as always, is elusive. We may never fully understand the true role the Anunnaki played in our history. But as we continue to search the stars, decode ancient texts, and unearth lost civilizations, one thing becomes clear. The story of the Anunnaki is not just ancient myth. It's our story. And perhaps, just perhaps, they're watching us, waiting for us to remember.